Hi. So today, what we are going to learn is about the learning models what we have currently. Like, so if you wanted to learn any language, like it may be a human being language or computer language, so we have two types of models we have. That's what we discussed. One is observation model, and another one is learning model. Right. So in the observation model, we were actually how we are learning in the human being languages. But suppose we are taking the example English. So if you wanted to learn English, what and all the steps you follow, so that we are noted here. So first we actually learn alphabets, then words and meanings, and then sentence creation, and paragraphs, pages, books, like that. We step by step we learn language, right? So the same way, any computer language, if we take same way of learning model we follow here also. Only thing what we it is changed is language to language. Always we can call alphabets as different words. That means the words and terminologies will change, that's it. But apart from that, everything is same, because human being languages and computer languages nowadays same, because they are high level languages. High level languages has been developed such a way it just looks like and behaves like human being languages only. So the learning pattern also we follow the same thing, right? So that's what we compare always, and then start learning, and then we actually follow the same kind of techniques here, so that it will be very easy to learn also. Since they are following the same way of learning of human being languages, computer language is also very easy now to understand and follow and use that languages with the computers. Okay, so this is the thing. I just used here Java language here. We have so many languages, and each and every language will have the same kind of steps we need to follow to learn. And here we just took Java language as example, since we are going to learn that only. Okay, so here if you see here, so first step we are actually talk, that means the terminology followed here is tokens. Means first what we learn here is, first we learn tokens. Okay, that is the meaning of alphabets in Java language. What we learn first in Java means, first we have to learn tokens. Okay, second thing is keywords. Here we will call it as words, right? Like that, words and meanings, right? Like that. So in each and every language, the word something like, for example, in Telugu, the word means padamulu, like that we can say, right? So each and every language will have their own terminology, right? Like that in Java also we have keywords and tasks. That means each and every keyword will have their own task. That's what we learn here. And in the third step, we are going to learn statements and syntaxes. Everybody following, I guess, right? If you have any doubts, any clarifications, please feel free to discuss. So this classes and all should be very interactive. So I'm not going to entertain kind of like radio and audience kind of thing. So the session, each and every session should be interactive sessions. Each and everything, even if it's a small thing, you have to discuss and get clarified. At least I will get to know you are following or not. Otherwise, it is not something like you guys are listening only. Yeah, please start discussing. Anything, any ideas you have when this session is started. Any ideas you have also you can share, like alphabets, tokens kind of things are there. Then you can start discussing about alphabets means ABCDs. There will be vowels, what you talk about vowels and all. So just like we need a interaction here. Okay, we don't want listeners anymore. I'm telling you seriously, we don't want listeners anymore. You guys has to talk each other. And any question if you ask, in that question I will understand that how you are actually thinking about it. I can have an opportunity where I can correct you. If you are not discussing, then that nothing will going to happen. Definitely it will be kind of a shock. After that, after all the sessions, you are not able to perform, then automatically will understand we cannot even correct you there. It will be a problem. You guys are understanding, right? So please discuss. Yeah, this session is not for the listeners, or it is not a radio. Okay, what I am talking you guys are hearing, right? So please discuss whatever is there. It is, we should not like listeners here. I'm not going to entertain any listening and speaking kind of thing. It should be interactive sessions. You're understanding? Nanda, Nanda,
Santosh. Hello.
speak, yeah. Why I'm telling you to speak, right? Speak out something. If I'm telling
Okay, okay.
something, you just practice that also, yeah. That at least you practice, yeah.
No, no, I was making a note down which you are sharing in the screen. So learning model, English, Java, JavaScript. Can you explain what is the difference between both?
What do you wanted to explain? You want me to explain English and
The-
Java?
Yeah. So in the screen, it's showing learning model, English, JavaScript. So under that alphabets, number one, in this JavaScript, number one tokens is like that you wrote, no?
Correct.
So I was make a note that one, but just you can explain once again. It's what is alphabets and what is tokens. So what is the
That's
difference
what
between
that's
alphabet?
that is what I was actually covered in the yesterday session. So what is the meaning
Okay.
here is, you know what is the English alphabets, right? Alphabets are
Alphabet.
something like symbols and characters
Mm-hmm.
and sounds. You are learning
Okay.
first stage, right? So in the
Ah.
second stage, what you learn after you learned alphabets and the symbols and the sounds of that, what you learn, word
Mm-hmm.
you are learning. Collection of alphabets are become a word, then that word
Okay.
will have a meaning. That's what you learn there, right? Then in the third
Mm.
stage, what you do, collection of words will become a sentence. Okay, but the each and every collection of words are not going to be a sentence until unless if you
Mm-hmm.
follow a particular pattern, which is grammar, right? So if you follow
Okay.
the grammar, then only it will be a meaningful sentence. And even though that's a
Mm.
collection of words, but there is a there is a particular thing which is called grammar you have to follow. You cannot randomly
Okay.
collection of words, you cannot say it's a sentence, right? So why that,
Mm.
that's a grammar, you have to follow the grammar also. While you are learning creation of sentences and all, you are learning actually grammar. So grammar will have so many
Okay.
things. There is something like rules and
Mm.
regulations while you are creating a
Okay.
sentence, correct? So
Mm.
like that, one paragraph will be there. Paragraph is something like what, collection of sentence only, but not every collection of sentence. A paragraph should talk about one particular topic. That means if I have a topic, for example, I select a topic like human being, that paragraph should
Mm.
say each and every sentence about human being only. If one sentence will be belongs to one tree or a computer in between a particular paragraph, then that's not a meaningful paragraph, right? So each and every sentence of that paragraph should be belongs to one particular topic. It should focus on one particular topic, each and every sentence. So then
Mm.
that is a meaningful paragraph, correct? So like that, what we
Okay.
are discussing here is how you are actually learning English. So English you are learning like that, and that you
Mm.
already know about it. So when compared with computer languages, so we just took one of the languages like Java, high level language. Okay, in that
Mm.
how we learn, like in first
Mm.
stage what you do, actually you are learning tokens. So here we are learning alphabets, there we are learning tokens. Token is something like character only, there also characters and
Mm.
symbols, special characters, all these things. Okay, but
Mm.
that is just characters only, just like alphabets. While you are learning tokens, you don't know what is that. While you are learning alphabet also, you don't know what is that, right? You are learning A, you don't
Mm.
know what is A. It's kind of a symbol
Mm.
for you at the time. It's kind of a
Okay.
symbol, that's it. Okay, and also a sound, a meaningful sound will be there, that's it. Like that only, while you are learning Java, first step what you have to learn is tokens.
Tokens.
Okay.
Mm.
Second, why tokens? Because the terminology is changed. If you are Telugu, you will say Achulu and Alulu. If you are in Tamil, you say a different word for that. Right. Why in English we say it's alphabet. Like that in Java we say tokens. Each and every language will have their own terminology to follow. Right. Like that in Java, the moment you say Java, you have to say tokens is the first step. You cannot say alphabets in Java. Java alphabets only, but we cannot say like that. You have to entirely change the terminology while you are speaking. Correct. So the moment I say Telugu, hey, Telugulo alphabets చెప్పరా అని చెప్పకూడదు. తెలుగులో alphabets are not there. తెలుగులో ఉండేవి అక్షరాలు అల్లులు అచ్చులు. Correct. Like that. That is the language. So like that in Java we cannot say Java alphabets. We have to say Java tokens. The terminology we are changing there, right? So while learning any of the language or any of the different topics like physics or chemistry, like that, there will be their own terminology. First you should understand the terminology. Terminology means words. They are using their own words for making some expression to understand. So until unless you are not following the terminology, or you are not learning the terminology, tomorrow you won't understand anything in that topic. Okay, so there will be having their own words there, that is called terminologies, right? So those terminologies are very important. So the terminologies you have to understand. Going forward to explain that topic, they always use the terminology. Hey, this is a token, man, or else some error will come. You are using a illegal token error. What is token? You don't know, then how you will understand that, right? So that's what first we need to understand that the terminology of that particular language. What are the terminologies? It's a very simple thing only, just the same meaning only, but you have to follow the terminologies, then only you will understand easily. Going forward, this is the only terminologies we are going to use inside. We are going to use tokens, we are going to use keywords instead of word. What we say there, we are using keyword.
Yes.
And what the keyword
Keyword.
will have, keyword will have a task actually. Each and every keyword will have their own task assigned to that, like a command. You command, you are using a word only, na, like dir you are using. Dir is not meaningful for you, but it is meaningful for the computer because it is understanding and doing something there. Copycon is a keyword. Okay, copycon is a keyword, is not for Java. Don't confuse it. We are not learning Java there. We are learning MS DOS there. I'm telling just example. Okay, so in that keyword, that is also word only, but it's very meaningful for the computer, right? So you are learning their keyword and what it is doing there, right? So dir means dir is going to list out all the directories and subdirectories of the current folder. It's a meaning task, like that. One keyword and meaning you should learn there in the second stage of learning Java. In the third stage, what you are going to do, statements and syntaxes. Statement means what? It will be an instruction to the computer, and each and every statement will have their own syntax. If you follow that syntax, then it will be meaningful to the computer. It'll understand that and it will do that. That is the statement. In that, what is the syntax? Syntax is a grammar for that. It's a equivalent for like a grammar, because grammar means what? Grammar is a rules and regulations. We cannot say why we have to do it like that. There is a grammar, right? Grammar, we cannot question grammar. If you are learning a language, you cannot question a grammar, because grammar is a rule actually. We have to follow, that's it. There is no question at all, right? How, why should I follow this? I have to follow differently means it won't be a meaningful thing, right? So syntax means it's a rule you have to follow. Therefore, you have to put a question mark, you have to put a space, you have to put some semicolon, you should have to use some flower brackets, you should have some having some parenthesis brackets, like a big brackets and all. There they will tell you you have to use like this. Then there is no question at all. You should not ask question. Why I have to put a question, semicolon there? Why should I use a flower bracket? There is no question at all. You have to follow means you have to follow. That's it. That is what is a syntax rule. While you are making a statement, there will be a syntax you are learning. That time you should learn, remember, and you have to use it. You should not put a question saying why I have to use like this only. Is there any other way? There is no other way. Like a grammar thing it is. For a grammar also, there will be some certain rules you are following, na? While you are making a sentence. You should not use why, because if you are using like that, then only it's a meaningful, right? Like that it is. Then when compared to next step, what is there? It is paragraph. Paragraph means what? Paragraph means it's a collection of sentences, nothing else. But what you have to identify there, each and every sentence should be belongs to one particular topic, then only it's a paragraph. You are getting na? Like that only, a program is also collection of statements, is a program. But all collection of statements will be able to will be a program? No. Each and every statement should be belongs to one particular task only. Okay, then only that program will become a meaningful program, and that program will be useful. Each and every valid statement you write, but the statements are not meaningfully used, you sequence the sequence of the statements what you kept is not meaningful, then that program won't be meaningful program. You are getting or not?
Yeah, getting.
Again, see, if you
Yeah,
are if you are not
continue.
if you are not able to get, please discuss. Yeah, again, this should not be like a, I already told you, like a radio and listeners kind of thing. If you are not able to understand, please let me know. You can talk in between also. It's not a formal
Okay.
formal meeting and all. Okay, I did
Hmm.
not I don't know, I have to set that mindset in this session here. This is not a formal meeting. You guys has to talk, discuss, and then we'll continue. You're all are uh, what we can say, educated people. You will understand if I say something, right?
Yes.
But nobody is following now. That's the problem. So that is the program. Yeah, I have a I have a problem with only this thing here, because I'm not understood whether these two things are you followed or not. Uh, uh,
Statement and sentence.
Statement and program. These two steps are very critical, and I wanted to understand this very clearly. I am not sure you guys are understood this between this. What is the relation? A statement is a statement. You are following. For example, I'm taking English here. Okay. For example, I have a statement which is very meaningful statement. Like what we can say, sun rises in the east. Okay, this is a meaningful statement, right? One more statement I can say, tree gives us fresh air. Okay, two different statements have written here. Each and every statement is having collection of words, correct? So there is a word here. Each and every statement will have a word, correct? Are you
Yes.
following or not? Yeah.
Yes, yes, you can continue.
Only Nanda is following.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know.
Following.
You guys are not even understood.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay.
చెప్పు ఎస్ అని.
డెడ్ అయిపోతే పోనీలే, నువ్వు మాట్లాడు. చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు మీకు. ఎందుకు నాకైతే ఎందుకు చెప్పాలన్నా కూడా అర్థం కాదు. వీళ్ళకి ఏమి అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా అనేది కూడా నాకు అస్సలు అర్థం కాదు. అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పాలా, అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పాలా. అప్పుడే నాకు తెలుస్తుంది అర్థమవుతుందని. నువ్వు మనసులో పెట్టుకుంటే నాకంటే తెలుస్తుంది. 20 సార్లు చెప్తా ఉంటాను నేను, మాట్లాడండి రా నాయన అనేసి. మాట్లాడకుండా గమ్మున ఉంటే ఏమనుకోవాలి? మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది అనుకోవాలన్నా ఇంకా ఏమన్నా అనుకోవాలి? నాకు అర్థం కాదు. There is a two different statements are available. Okay, but if I wanted to make if I wanted to make a paragraph, I cannot collect these two statements and put together. This is not a meaningful statement. uh, these both are statements are meaningful, but paragraph, if I wanted to make a paragraph with these two statements, they are not meaningful, because these two are belongs to not a particular topic. This is this belongs to sun, and this belongs to a tree. Then what is the meaning of these two? Then this is not a meaningful paragraph. Even though paragraph is a collection of statements, I cannot put each and every meaningful statements into one paragraph, correct? So if you are talk about sun, then you have to talk about only sun. Then I can collect with those sun related topics only, sentences only collect and make it as a paragraph. And another paragraph I can talk about a tree. That is a meaningful paragraph. You guys are understood or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that only. If I
Yes.
have a statement, okay, I can write a program using the statement. Statement and programs are very critical here. Program is nothing but collection of statements. Okay, collection of statements. I can write a statement 1. I can write a statement 2, like that. So, but if the statements and all, if I collected, then it will become a program. Then each and every collection of statements will become a program. It will execute because computer doesn't know anything. You have to tell what the statement is meaningful. Okay, so you should collect all the statements such a way that the program is belongs to one particular the moment program is executed, one particular task has to be completed. Otherwise, if that will be no, it will be executed. Nothing to have. If the statement is syntactically correct, that will start executing. It only checks syntactically correct or not. That's it. Computer will only check that. If syntactically it is correct, then it will start executing. But who is the then what is the thing what you need to follow here? You have to have a statement, that the statements has to be collected such a way it should be meaningful for a particular task. That is the very important thing people has to understand. This is not a very simple thing. You might be thinking that you will be understand, but you will definitely make wrong in this case. That's what I'm stressfully telling you guys. You have to understand and remember this thing. Apart from this, nothing. And other things and all, like collection of programs will become a project module, and then collection of modules will become a software. Those are things are nothing. You are focusing, or where we are focused always as a developer, as a software developers, you guys, and we are all has to focus on creating statements and programs, writing programs. Only that is important. Automatically everything will happen, because writing statements will become a software only. We are always starts with one single sentence only, na. You should not see a very big thing, like for example, if you have a book, you wanted to write a book, where you will start? You start with a book only or what? No, you have to start with a single sentence to write first. You should have a capability to write a meaningful sentence, grammatically standardized, grammatically correct thing, then only you can write a book. Correct. So I
Hmm.
cannot write a book in English. Why? Even in Telugu, because I don't know such a standard language where I cannot write single sentence in that language. Then if I write a book and give it to somebody, they will blast me like anything, because it should be grammatically correct. It should be so many things I have to follow there. Then only I can write a book. Otherwise, everybody can write book on release, right? So like that. So normal usage is different, and writing the books and all is different. And still, if I wanted to write a book, where I wanted to start, I focus on only creating sentences only, right? So where sentences are going correctly, collection of sentences only become paragraphs, collection of paragraphs only become pages. I'm not writing page, I'm not writing paragraph, I am writing only sentence, right? Like that only, our focus will be always on the statement creation, how correctly you are creating statements, and a collection of that statements only will become program. That's it. You are understood or not?
Yes.
Any questions in this?
No.
Okay, so next
Hmm.
project model and software, you understood na? So can
Hmm.
somebody tell what is the learning model of English and Java? What is the differences now? Tell me. Start telling, yeah.
In English, we learn alphabets for basics. In Java, we learn tokens. For if we create the alphabets in a grammatical order, it become words and meanings. If we create that words in a particular way with using grammar, it becomes sentence. If we create that sentence using good grammar, it become paragraph. Sum of a meaningful paragraph become page. Number of the meaningful page become book.
What about Java?
In Java, we learn tokens. After we frame sum of tokens for preparing keywords and tasks. Sum of keywords will with sum of keywords we will arrange like statements with perfect syntax. Some of the meaningful statements will become program, and some of the meaningful programs will become project module. These meaningful project modules will become software. The differences are first we learn in English. First we learn alphabets in English. In Java we learn tokens. In English we call grammar. In Java we call grammar as syntax. These are the differences.
Perfect, man. I appreciate. Nobody in this session is like that. See, I decided just now, I have discussed with Madhu also. So whatever the group I have created now, nobody is like Chintu. That's what I decided. I'm going home and gather the people of Chintu friends and all. I'll make a class there and I'll onlinely connect with them and tell them only. I'll make them software guys. That's it. Ask Madhu what I discussed today. Tell Madhu.
Yes, sir. Same thing you discussed just now only. In this team, nobody guy is dedicated like this only. That's why you are going to hometown, there Chintu friends and gather, teach like this, and they will train a software engineer like that.
Nanda, you tell. You start telling now. Nanda.
ఒక్క సెకండ్ సంతోష్, తెలుగులో చెప్పేదా?
తెలుగులోనే చెప్పురా నాయన, నేనేం ఇప్పుడు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్పుకుంటాను.
లైక్ ఇప్పుడు ఇంగ్లీష్ మోడల్ అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ లో మనం నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ అండ్ సపోజ్ అదే జావాకి వస్తే టోకన్స్ తీసుకుంటాము. సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద టోకన్స్ will arrange keywords. Some of the meaningful keywords become a statement and perfect syntax. సో అదే విధంగా సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టేట్మెంట్ కలిపి ఒక మీనింగ్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ కలిపి ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయొచ్చు. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కలిసి ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ మాడ్యూల్ చేసి సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ మాడ్యూల్స్ కలిపి ఒక పర్ఫెక్ట్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అనేది ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుంది. సో లైక్ యాజ్ ఏ ఇంగ్లీష్ మోడల్ మీరు చెప్పినట్టు సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆల్ఫాబెటిక్స్ కలిపి వర్డ్స్ అవుతుంది. దాని తర్వాత సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ వర్డ్స్ కలిపి ఒక సెంటెన్స్ అవుతుంది. అదే విధంగా సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెంటెన్స్ కలిపి ఒక పారాగ్రాఫ్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ పారాగ్రాఫ్ కలిపి ఒక పేజ్, అలాగే కొన్ని పేజీలు కలిపి ఒక బుక్ అవుతుంది. అలాగే జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ లో టోకన్స్ తర్వాత కీవర్డ్స్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ కీవర్డ్స్ కలిపి స్టేట్మెంట్ అండ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ సింటెక్స్ వస్తుంది. పర్ఫెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద పర్ఫెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కలిపి ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయొచ్చు. సో అలాగా పర్ఫెక్ట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కలిపి ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ మాడ్యూల్ అవుతుంది. సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ మాడ్యూల్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ మాడ్యూల్ ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గా మనం డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు.
Okay, so I have a doubt here. What is the meaning of meaningful? So that what is the meaningful statement and what is the meaningful program? What is the meaning of that?
మీనింగ్ఫుల్ మీన్స్ అంటే ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ అర్థమయ్యేలాగా, సపోజ్ ఏదున్నా కానీ ఒక పర్ఫెక్ట్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ఉంటేనే కదా అది ఒక సెంటెన్స్ అవుతుంది.
What that's what there is a problem in there. So
అదే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసినట్టు సన్ అండ్ ట్రీ గురించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు కదా. సో సన్ అంటే సన్ గురించే మనము ఇది చేయగలం, బట్ దాన్ని తీసుకుని పోయి ట్రీకి ఇది చేయలేం. ట్రీ గురించి అయితే ట్రీ గురించే మనం ఒక మీనింగ్ఫుల్ సెంటెన్స్ రాయగలం. ట్రీని తీసుకుని వెళ్ళి సన్ లో అలాగా పెట్టగలేం. అదే విధంగా ఒక బుక్, ఒక ల్యాప్టాప్ తీసుకున్నా గానీ బుక్ కు సంబంధించింది మీనింగ్ఫుల్ సెంటెన్స్ రాస్తేనే బుక్ వస్తుంది. అదే బుక్ తీసుకొని పోయి ల్యాప్టాప్ తో కంపేర్ చేసి అక్కడ మనం వర్డ్స్ రాయలేం. సో అది ఒక పర్ఫెక్ట్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ వర్డ్స్ అలా ఉంటే ఇది అవుతుంది.
no, there is a problem again. See, what is a meaningful program?
మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కలిపి ఒక మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేయొచ్చు. సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద మీనింగ్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ విత్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ సింటాక్స్.
What is the meaningful statement means? That is the thing is important.
What is the meaningful statements means some of the meaningful of keywords.
No.
Which we are giving.
That's wrong. That is the problem. See, there is a mistake. So meaningful, all the meaningful statements are not going to become a program. ఇక్కడ నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసింది అదే నేను చెప్పింది. ఇప్పుడు సన్ రైజెస్ ఇన్ ద ఈస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఎ వెరీ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్. Tree gives us fresh air is also meaningful statement. There is no problem at all.
Yes.
But if you put together and make a program is a problem, because sun is talking about sun, tree is talking about tree. You can't collect them both and make a paragraph. అర్థమైందని చెప్పింది నేను. పారాగ్రాఫ్ గురించి నువ్వు మీనింగ్ఫుల్ అని ఆలోచించాలంటే ఒక పర్టికులర్ టాపిక్ కు సంబంధించిన సెంటెన్సెస్ గానే ఉండాలి. అది పారాగ్రాఫ్ అవుతుంది. నీకు అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు చెప్పింది నేనా? ప్రతి ఒక్క స్టేట్మెంట్ కరెక్ట్ గా ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ అన్ని స్టేట్మెంట్లు దేని గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నది ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ సన్ రైజెస్ అనేది సన్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతుంది, ట్రీ గివ్స్ అస్ ఫ్రెష్ అనేది ట్రీ గురించి మాట్లాడుతుంది. అర్థమైతుంది చెప్పింది నేనా? హలో చెప్పండి నందా.
సంతోష్
నందా చెప్పు, వినిపిస్తుంది. మధు ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు చెప్పు.
In English, first we learning alphabets, and then collection of alphabets we write a words and meanings, and later words and meanings, collection of words and meanings create a sum of sentence.
తెలుగులో చెప్పు.
ఫస్ట్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో మనము ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ నేర్చుకుంటాము. తర్వాత ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ అన్నిటిని కలిపేసి మనము కలిపి వర్డ్స్ లాగా రాయడం నేర్చుకుంటాము. టోటల్ వర్డ్స్ కలిపే దాని తర్వాత వచ్చేసి సెంటెన్స్ లా రాయడం నేర్చుకుంటాం. వర్డ్స్ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ వర్డ్స్ వి రైట్ ఏ సెంటెన్స్ మీన్స్ గ్రామర్ వితౌట్ గ్రామర్ మిస్టేక్స్. అండ్ దెన్ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెంటెన్స్ వి రైట్ ఏ పారాగ్రాఫ్. And then collection of paragraph we write a pages, and collection of pages we write a book. In same like that Java also, first we learn a tokens, and then
తెలుగులో చెప్పురా.
ఓకే, జావాలో కూడా మనము టోకెన్స్ ను ఫస్ట్ నేర్చుకుంటాము. టోకెన్స్ తర్వాత కీవర్డ్స్ అండ్ టాస్క్స్, అండ్ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ కీవర్డ్స్ collection of keywords become a statements and syntax. Statements and syntax, collection of statements and syntax write a program. And a collection of then collection of program project module, and then project module become a software.
తెలుగులో చెప్పురా అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్తావు కదరా నాయన. తెలుగు వచ్చినది వాడు సినిమాలో చెప్పినట్లుంది. తెలుగులో చెప్పురా అంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్తారు. మీరు ఎట్లా
ఇంగ్లీష్ లో
చేసేది
డెవలప్ అవ్వాలని,
ఒక్కలో
ఇంగ్లీష్ లో డెవలప్ అవ్వాలని.
ఏంది ఇంగ్లీష్ డెవలప్ అయ్యేది? మీకు ఫస్ట్
నేర్చుకోండి.
నీకు అర్థమైతుందా లేదా నాకు అర్థం కావడాలి. మీరు చెప్పే ఇంగ్లీష్ నాకు అర్థమైతే కదా నేను నువ్వు చెప్పే టాపిక్ కరెక్ట్ గా ఉందా లేదా అని నాకు అర్థమైంది. తెలుగులో చెప్పురా నాయనా అని చెప్తా అంటే ఏందేందో చెప్తావు, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్తావు, అది మీనింగ్ ఉండదు, సరిగా ఉండదు.
అది కనెక్ట్ అవ్వలా ఉంది.
సరే
తెలుగులో చెప్పండి రా నాయన అంటే తెలుగులో చెప్పండి రా. ఇంగ్లీష్ లో ఎందుకు చెప్తారు? వచ్చి రాని ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్పి నీకు సబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తుందా లేదు నేను అనలైజ్ చేయాలి కదా. ఐఎమ్ అనలైజింగ్ యూ గైస్ వేర్ యూ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ద యాక్చువల్ సబ్జెక్ట్ అన్నట్టు. వాడు నందాగాడు చెప్పినట్టు తప్పు నేను చూపించినాను కదా. వాడు చెప్పినాడు కాబట్టి చూపించగలిగినాను నేను మీనింగ్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అన్ని పెట్టేస్తే పారాగ్రాఫ్ కాదు నాయన. పారాగ్రాఫ్ కి ఒక టాపిక్ కి సంబంధించి ఉన్నలా అని చెప్పినాను కదా నేను. ఆ విధంగా ఐ కెన్ ఐడెంటిఫై సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ టెల్. అదర్వైజ్ యూ గైస్ విల్ థింక్ దట్ నాకు తెలిసింది అర్థమైపోయిందిలే అని అనుకుంటారు. మీరు తెలుగులో చెప్పి సావంటారు అంటే మీరు ఏందో చెప్తారు. ఎట్లా నాకు అర్థం కావడం లేదు. తెలుగులో ఓకే తెలుగులో చెప్తా అంటాడు. ఒక వర్డ్ మాత్రం ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్ తెలుగులో, మళ్ళీ అంతా మళ్ళీ ఇంగ్లీష్. అర్థమైతుంది నేను ఏం చెప్తున్నాను అది మీకే?
అర్థమైంది. సంతోష్
చెప్పు.
స్వర్ణ చెప్పిందంట,
చెప్పు
ఒకసారి కరెక్ట్ ఉందా లేదా అర్థం చెప్పు సార్.
తెలుగు ఎంత బాగా రాదు.
తెలుగు రాదంట,
ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్పు. నువ్వు ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్పు.
So normally whenever you want to learn English, we need to start from the basics. So you start from the alphabets, and when you learn alphabet, you go to the next level to learn words, and you learn the meaning. Then you make sentences, then you start more writing paragraphs, and in terms of writing paragraph, you write pages and pages, and together that becomes a book. So similarly, to learn Java, the basic unit is token. So it's like an alphabet, the basic thing that you need to know. Then once you that to build on to that, you have keywords, and you